intermediate English. The gift of the Magi. What would you give up for someone you love? This is a story of sacrifice, heartbreak, and the gift that changed everything. Based on a classic, retold for English learners who still believe in love. Christmas was coming. It was the day before Christmas. The air was cold. The streets were full of people buying gifts. But inside a small apartment, a young woman named Della sat alone. She looked out the window and sighed. She had only $1.87. Not enough for a gift. Not for the man she loved. Della loved Jim. Della's husband, Jim, worked hard every day. He didn't earn much, but he always smiled. Della wanted to give him something special, something that showed her love. But how? She counted her coins again. Still the same $1.87. Tears filled her eyes. The apartment was simple. They lived in a small, old apartment. The walls were thin. The furniture was second-hand. But it didn't matter. They had each other, and that was enough. Except today, Della wanted to give more. She wanted to give her heart in a box. Her most precious thing. Della had one thing she was proud of, her long, beautiful hair. It fell below her waist like a river of brown silk. When she walked, it moved like magic. Jim loved her hair. But today, Della looked in the mirror and made a choice. A brave, crazy choice. A bold idea. She grabbed her coat and ran outside. The cold wind blew through her hair. She walked quickly, holding her head high. At the end of the street was a sign. Hair bought here. She took a deep breath and opened the door. Cut and sold. A woman looked up. "Will you buy my hair?" Della asked. The woman touched Della's long locks and nodded. $20, she said. Della whispered, "Cut it off." Snip, snip. Della's hair was gone, but in her hand, $20 of love. Shopping with hope. Della held the money tight. She ran through the stores, looking in every window. She smiled now. She could buy something perfect for Jim. Not just a gift, but a very special gift. Something he would never forget. Jim's treasure. Jim had one thing he truly loved, his gold pocket watch. It had belonged to his father and his grandfather. He checked the time every morning, but he didn't have a good chain. He used a string. Della smiled. She knew what to buy. The perfect gift. In a small jewelry shop she found it, a simple, elegant chain of gold. It shone under the lights, strong, just like Jim. She paid the $20 and walked home, happy. She couldn't wait to see his face. A mirror and a comb. Back home, Della looked in the mirror. Her short hair felt strange. She missed her long locks. She tried to curl the ends. She touched her ears. Would Jim still think she was pretty? She waited, nervous but full of love. Jim arrives. The door opened. Jim stepped in, tired from work. He stopped. He stared. His eyes were wide. "Della," he said slowly, "you cut your hair?" His voice was soft. He looked shocked. Her smile faded. "I had to," Della said. "I couldn't afford your gift, but my hair will grow back. She handed him the box. "Merry Christmas, Jim." He didn't speak, just looked at her. She couldn't tell if he was happy or sad. The gift unwrapped. Jim opened the box slowly. Inside, the gold chain sparkled. His eyes filled with tears. "Oh, Della." "It's for your watch," she said. "Now you can carry it with pride." But Jim just smiled sadly. His own surprise. Jim reached into his coat. "I have a gift for you too," he said. He handed her a small package. Della opened it. Inside was beautiful golden hair comb, the one she had admired in the shop window for months. Her heart skipped. A comb for hair that's gone. It was perfect, a single gold comb just like the one she loved. But now, she had no hair to hold it. She laughed, then cried. "Oh, Jim, my hair is gone." "I know," he whispered, "and I sold my watch to buy it." Silent understanding. For a moment, neither spoke. Then they both laughed. They had given up their best things, not for stuff, but for love, real love, stronger than gifts, stronger than words. Love beyond things. Della held the comb close. Jim touched the gold chain. They smiled at each other. They were poor in money, but rich in heart. No gift could be greater than that. Love had given everything. A warm dinner. That night they sat down to dinner, just soup and bread. But it tasted better than a feast, because they had each other. They ate, they talked, and they dreamed. Their love filled the tiny room. Lessons in giving. They had learned something big. Giving isn't about price, it's about heart. They gave up what they loved most to give love back, and that made them wiser than kings, richer than millionaires. The true meaning. Christmas is not about things. It's about love, sacrifice, and care. Jim and Della showed that. They gave with open hearts and found something better than any store could sell. They found the gift of the Magi. A modern Magi. Who are the Magi? They were wise men who gave gifts to baby Jesus. But now, the wisest givers are people like Jim and Della. People who give with love, not money. People who give themselves. Love is the gift. Della brushed her short hair. Jim smiled at her. They didn't need gold. They didn't need things. They had love. They had each other, and that was more than enough. A new morning. The next day, sunlight filled their room. Jim made coffee. Della made toast. They laughed together. Their gifts sat on the table, unused. But their hearts were full. Christmas had come, and it was beautiful. What they gave more than presents. They gave trust. They gave effort. They gave themselves. And in return, they received something priceless. A love that gives and keeps on giving. That's the real magic. Your turn to love. You don't need money to show love. You just need heart. A kind word. A helping hand. A small gift with meaning. Like Della and Jim, you can give something powerful yourself. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more fun English lessons.